Greetings, everyone. I see everyone has made it to the class trial. I am glad to see all 10 of you have made it. Again, apologies that your rabbit friend could not make it. She is currently in an exempt state, but don't worry, she's treated with all due respect.
So, which one of us is going to be the first to call him out on that blatant lie?
Lie? I haven't done anything of the sorts. Again, your rabbit friend is fine, just exempt for this one class trial. But excluding her, the remaining 10 of you must try to figure out who ended up killing one of your fellow classmates in this clock tower. This time being Wendy, the ultimate fashionista, one of my prized swords. I like the drama she was causing in the game, and I'm a bit upset she's gone.
Says you. The only thing I'm excited about is being surrounded by all these fucking portraits.
Just hang in there, Dingo. We'll get you out of that seat in no time, whenever this trial ends.
And we get it from here, Monocro. Figure out the who, what, when, where, and why of the situation. Vote, and that's it.
Well, vote on who you think it is.
If you successfully vote on it, you all go free. But if you incorrectly guess the culprit, all of you will be executed. And then again, that is all for the rules of this class trial. Being your fourth, I believe you all are used to the rules by now. I wish you all good luck.
Yet another class trial begins here. With only 10 of us remaining and one of us gone, it's going to be very difficult. But we need to fight through and figure out who did this. That way we can uncover the truth of this case. After all, I'm not going to lose my life here. At least this time I won't have to probably reveal myself. The only thing you can really get me on is unlocking the door. I'm pretty sure everyone can understand that it was you that time. But otherwise, I think you could probably stay out of this if you... Nah, I'm gonna help. After all, I don't think you can deal without me. Whatever. Let's just keep going. We'll probably figure out something. So, how are we gonna begin?
It depends. Who here is gonna be the first to accuse Piranha Plant?
Oh, well fuck you too, Ashley. That was Ashley, right? You cannot blame me. You were at the crime scene. The only person at the crime scene, I might add.
You can exactly not consider yourself the killer when you're literally holding the corpse of the person you killed.
Correction, that's to say if she did kill them. Which I think for like the 10th time...
I didn't kill him.
Exactly.
I didn't kill her. I didn't mean to do any of that to Wendy. The fact that she died at all it's all to set me up, I swear.
Masky wants you guys to give her the benefit of the doubt. She might be innocent.
Masky, the room was locked. It was a one-locked room. No one could get in or out once the trial was activated. The door was locked after all. The only people who were in the room were
Piranha Plant and Wendy.
I would love to hear you say otherwise. I can see Masky's frustration. Accusing Piranha Plant the way they are, I don't know if we can fully commit to accusing her. I must need to understand their reasonings for why, first. Well, it's plainly evidence. They can't just say because she was in there she's the culprit. They need more proof. If I may ask, why are we so caught up on it being Piranha Plant anyways? I get it, she may be our prime suspect, but without reason, we can't exactly accuse her.
Well, there are ways we can accuse her, if you are wondering. There are many things that kind of point to it being her.
Probably doesn't matter anyways. I'm only the one she targets first in these trials, so you know what? Doesn't matter. Well, we'll tell you why. It's pretty obvious why it's her.
Alright then, if this is where we're gonna begin, we'll do it. I'll figure out why they accuse Piranha Plant. There might be something I can understand within it. More than just she was in the room. Our goal was to collect rewards from the trial rooms. Wendy subjected herself to it, and Piranha Plant was willing to oblige.
I only did it because I didn't think Wendy would try to kill me.
We heard the walkie-talkie. It's definite that Wendy did try to do something to her.
But we also heard Piranha Plant's alibi. It seems like she had the upper hand in the fight.
I wouldn't see any other way the reward room would be destroyed.
Agree with that.
Yep, and there it is. She counters me for... Huh?
Actually, Tom Nook, I'm not countering with you at all. I actually agree with your starting statement. It makes complete sense with the logic we already know.
If the killer wanted to really push really hard to try and fake all that damage everywhere, they did a damn good job.
Well, that's to say the killer did it.
But I don't think that's what Madeline's trying to imply, are you? You said that you think Piranha Plant is the one that ended up destroying that room, don't you?
Duh. Unlike the trial room itself, there was nothing in it that was of notice. The reward room itself could have allowed them to go inside. If the killer really wanted to try and destroy everything to make it look like it was someone else, they did a very poor job. It looked more like an accident than something purposeful. That's why I feel it's Piranha Plant. After all, she's blind.
What is it, Masky? Not to mention, Masky believes that something could have scared her, and that's what caused her to go in such a panic. Well, after Wendy pointed the gun at me, which I felt on my head, I definitely was scared. I didn't know what to do. And again, I kicked away from her after it happened, and I just started running and running while I was talking to you guys through the walkie-talkie. It's all I could do. I definitely ran into multiple things at the time, but I couldn't tell if it was me or just anyone else because I was in such a panic. I am curious though why saying this is supposed to defend her. It's not to defend her, it's just to reveal the truth. I do agree that Piranha Plant must have been the one to destroy the reward room. After all, she was blind, and being put in a panic like that, she was obviously scared for her life. Madeline, you do see a small problem with that. You're saying that she was scared, and while Piranha Plant may admit it, we don't know exactly what scared her. Did you not hear her at all? They said that Wendy took the gun and pointed it at her head.
Something like that would have scared anyone. Because of that, it must have been something of the such. That's the only way she would have gone in and destroyed the victory room.
Well, trying to escape the person that was trying to kill you is one thing. The other thing I have a problem with is the order of events it happened with. It doesn't exactly connect, and if you think about it, it wouldn't work. I do want you to speak to me honestly, Madeline. What scared Piranha Plant so bad? What scared her? That implies you don't think it was Wendy. Well, part of it was Wendy, but there was something else that really set her off panic edge. Something else. I'm trying to think to myself. Something really sent her off board that could have caused her to cause such a destruction in that room. If it wasn't just Wendy killing her, it might have been something else. What could it have been? I got it! Nothing else we know of could be exactly dangerous to Piranha Plant. The only thing that proved to be a threat to her was the gun. I see where you're going with this. You're saying the gun was fired, and that's what drove Piranha Plant into a panic, wasn't it? We heard the gunshot through the walkie-talkie and the room. It was probably extremely loud in Piranha Plant's ears, and being blind, she didn't know where it was coming from. Who knows if there were more in that chamber or not. She probably went into a panic and charged into the victory room. That's why everything was destroyed the way it was. Can we confirm that, Piranha Plant?
Well, yes, you're right about that. I was in the room and I heard the gunshot go off. I really got scared then, and I think that's when I started to lose sight of what I was doing.
You're saying the combination of Wendy trying to kill her and Piranha Plant scaring them was what caused this in the first place.
And that does it. That's why she got so scared in the first place and acted the way she did. And because of that, I think we can call this an easy close.
Hold on. Hold on a second. Madeline, can I step in for a moment?
Sure, I suppose. You're not trying to...
No, none of that. You see, I have a problem with your theory. Remember the whole thing about the trial rooms? We need a clear condition to end up accessing those rooms, like the reward room. So, Ashley, when you guys kept going into those trial rooms, did you have to, go through, certain conditions to get to the other side and, get the reward?
I mean, yeah, there were conditions, definitely. Not all the rooms were just obstacles you had to get through. Some had rules to them.
Very specific ones, too. Lots of them risking our life for death.
Do you see why I have a problem with that? It doesn't exactly make sense.
I'm afraid I still don't get it. What do you imply? Allow me to chime in really quick. I do think I understand where Cream's coming from.
The fox girl knows?
The entire room that we were in, where Wendy and Piranha Plant were, was a room dedicated on Russian roulette. Only one person had to die in some way or another. In fact, I think that's the only way the reward room could have been opened, is if someone died in that room. Oh no. Oh god. Don't tell me you're... Exactly. The only way Piranha Plant could have gone into the rewards room is if one of them was already dead before the gun went off.
What? But that doesn't work. I didn't hear anyone dead.
Not to mention, that makes absolutely zero sense. There was no way someone else could have been in that room. Gosh, can you even realize your own argument, Carmelita? Everyone was around the room at the time. We saw who went in and who wasn't. It was evident enough that the only two people in that room were Piranha Plant and Wendy.
But she's right. How else do you explain it? It's the only way to get through or out. It's not like there was another way for the door to open for her.
But that raises a whole nother group of questions. Who was in the room at the time, and how did they get in there? But lots of us kept an eye on each other, so it really couldn't have been many people. We can't be certain someone was really in there at the time, right? It just doesn't make sense.
Seems we have a bit of a problem at hand. We're gonna have to take care of it.
I'm aware. The question is how? How do we end up dealing with this? I need some way to figure it out. Piranha Plant got in that room early. It was the only way. Not to mention, the culprit had to get into the room somehow. Get in. That might be it. I just need to prove how to use it.
The rewards room won't open without a clear condition.
But if that clear condition is someone dying, then how did they kill Wendy? The only two people we saw enter that room were Wendy and Piranha Plant. It is possible that Wendy could have committed suicide. It wouldn't be killed if Wendy was that close to getting rid of Piranha Plant. Plus, Wendy wanted the reward. She wouldn't get rid of herself over it. But the only way into that room is if someone dies. It couldn't have been opened another way.
Rewrite this case.
Ashley, I need you to stop for a second and think. You say the only two people who could have access were those who were in the room. Exactly. It's a Russian roulette game. Someone had to die in order for that door to open. It makes sense. That's how it would be normally. The reason why I don't think it worked in this case was because something else had already opened the door before the game even began.
Something else opened the door? But I didn't hear it open.
You better not be wasting our time with us, Madeline. You best explain what you're thinking right now. If you're in the trial room, the only way to get into the room is if you complete the trial. In this case, shooting someone with the gun and going through. But let's say you were in the rewards room already. You could probably just open the door if you were already in there. How can you be so stupid?
Dingo, what are you doing? I hadn't even finished my reason.
I don't need to hear any more of it. Someone opened the door from the rewards room? What are you saying? They went the opposite way? It's not even possible for that to have happened. In all honesty, what do you know? You weren't there at the time that we were investigating. Well, that still doesn't mean I don't know logic. Look, if someone was already in the rewards room at the time, that means the trial must have been completed. But nobody here is dead, so nobody could have been in the rewards room early. There are more things that prove someone was in that room beforehand. I didn't expect you to be the one to argue with me, but I'll have to fight with you in order for you to see it. Well, your lie got a bit tacky. Let's see if you can withstand your ground, girl. Don't worry. I think I have a way to prove it. The culprit couldn't have already been inside the reward room. It's absurd as it is. I dare you to tell me another way it could be possible. We know the only two people in the room were Wendy and Piranha Plant, and that's exactly the problem. We have no alibis of anyone else who was in the room. It's impossible to identify if anyone was in there at all. The only way it would make sense is if someone died before it. But if someone was already dead and used, then we would know and found a body earlier. Then how else do you explain it? It's not like a culprit could have easily slipped into that room and gone from the other side, especially without an easy route. Oh, there was an easy route, alright. No, that's wrong! I understand what happened. I know someone got in that room early, and I have proof. Dingodile, I understand that you were wounded and weren't able to join us in the investigation, but that's exactly the problem. You didn't find the evidence that we did. What are you doing? Do you have something that proves otherwise? Something big, actually. A few people can testify to this, especially Link. The swords have special passageways, don't they? See, us swords have multiple passageways that connects to the buildings in, well, this particular building. They led to multiple things, like the trial rooms in question. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you using that to accuse that the culprit was one of us? Hold on, I didn't accuse it was one of you. Whatever you say. I'm saying that the culprits must have used one of those passageways to get through into that room. After all, the passageway we found was in the rewards room.
Oh no, that's right.
The passageway was connected to that doorway. The only way through was not just because of the trial, but you could get in using the secret passage.
And if you were already in the room, then it might be possible to open the door.
What is it? Masky's trying to remember something. There was also the missing reward, wasn't there?
Yes, when we were in the trial room already, the reward in the room was missing.
While we could assume that it was taken by Piranha Plant or Wendy, they were both in a manner where it couldn't have been touched. This also proves the theory that the passageway was used. If someone got in that room early, they could have taken the reward. Madeline, again, this theory of yours has a bit of a problem to it.
I'm not stupid, Carmelita. I know exactly what you're about to say. This means the culprit had to be a swords member, isn't that right?
Well, at least you said it for me. Yes, this would mean that the culprit, if they used the secret passageways, had to be a swords. Unfortunately, that isn't possible.
And may the officer lady please tell us why this isn't possible.
It's a similar problem to what we had in the last trial. Same things, but the issue is we don't know who the swords are, and the only one who we do know is a sword was at the scene of the crime. It could not be them.
Yay, so we have to figure out what the other two swords are, I'm assuming.
Well, that's to say they are swords. I mean, we don't have anything else that can prove it.
No, I'm still confident that the culprit might be a swords. While it's early to make accusations, it don't see any other way for it working. I have to confess to it now, as it's the only way I can see forward. So, I'd like to propose something. I'll continue hearing about what everyone has to say. I have more that proves it's a sword. If the culprit's a swords, then we don't have any suspects.
The only person who we know is swords is Link.
And Link has an alibi for the murder, so it can't possibly be him.
Just because the passageway was meant for swords doesn't mean someone else couldn't have found it.
It's the sword's room that has a rule to it, not the passageways.
So we can't be using that as evidence it was a sword if it's the only thing that connects to it.
Wait, that's wrong. But that's Cream. That's not the only reason why I believe it was a sword.
What? Oh no.
What are you getting at? Please elaborate. There was something that was parts that I don't think anyone else probably remembers. But when we went into the trial room, the lights were off. Yes, and I had to use my magic to illuminate and find the body. Correction, Piranha Plant holding the body of Wendy.
I still extremely hated that. I hated the feeling so much.
That's not what's important. What's important is that the lights were off at all. We ended up investigating with Link. They confessed to us that the only way the lights could have been turned off was in the swords room. Because that's where the switches were to all the lights in the building. Wasn't that right?
Well, you did see that, yes.
I almost forgot.
Light switches. So, the culprit had to be someone who was a swords to hit him. Damn it.
Especially with the new rule applied. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to go after them at all.
You're doing a great job piecing together this murder. There's still a problem, however. You haven't been able to figure out how the hell which one it is. That's true. The only person we know is a swords is Link. But that means two other people could be suspects. So it's hard to say. Alright, I'm gonna cut the shit here. Madeline, I need you to realize one small thing for me. What you're saying is pathetic at best.
Ugh, come on. Why are you acting like this? I'm trying to solve the case.
I'm not accusing you in the slightest, not like last time. You see, you're saying that the people who turned it off were swords, and I don't deny that. Here's the issue though. If it was a swords, then the only swords who could have done all those things would be Wendy.
What's okay? Why is it Wendy who did all this?
Well, when we were in the trial room, Wendy showed up out of nowhere, technically, didn't she?
Well, she did somehow come out of nowhere, and I didn't expect it.
My point has therefore been proven. I'd like to believe if Madeline's theory is correct, then yes, she did open the door from the back side, the reward area, and entered into the room. And that way, she had access, and she was the one who ended up doing all this stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because of that, it must be her.
Okay, are we really serious about this? I understand a lot of things, but that just seems like extreme bullshit.
Not exactly. Her goal was to kill me, wasn't it? But that is a problem, though.
Ah! What the heck, kid? Masky, what are you doing? What the heck is he on about? Why did he slap me?
Well, he says he did it because you were being ridiculous. It can't be Wendy because Wendy was already in the room at the time the lights went off, so she couldn't have turned them off.
You. In fact, he's angry about a lot of things of this case. He thinks a lot of the ideas we've come up with don't connect in the way we think.
Don't connect. This is a locked room mystery, Masky. The only way any of this could make sense is if by the logical aspects of it.
Well, he's very confused about it. He's saying that since we believe that the swords took the secret passageway and got to the reward rooms first, they opened the door and somehow got in and attacked Wendy. And somehow Piranha Plant gets through, but then what? I mean, do they just stay there? That is true. It couldn't have been any of us four that were in and found the body, because we were all around. But we didn't see anyone either. Because of it, it's hard to identify who it could be. The culprit must have made a quick escape. She was only dead moments after we saw it.
Look, Masky, if you have an idea, I suggest you say it. I mean, we're not gonna get anywhere else otherwise.
I don't know. Neither of us are exactly smart. I don't know if Masky really has any ideas like that, right?
Well, that's quite rude considering he's your friend.
Huh? You have an idea? He's a bit unsure how he can say it. He's a bit stuck at the moment, but he thinks that he might be able to share his thoughts if he shares them with the right person. They're talking about you, Madeline.
Correct me if I'm wrong, is this the first time that kids had a good idea in one of these trials that might end up being right?
Whatever it is, we're gonna need to understand them. They can probably help us ease into figuring out the truth of this case, and I'm willing to listen to him.
Yeah, let's give him a chance. We'll probably be able to understand his thinking otherwise. So, you really do think you know how this happened?
He does. He just needs a little bit of help first. Madeline? Well, understand your audience. Let's indulge in his idea. We might figure out what he wants. Fair enough then. Masked, I'm willing to listen to you. Let's figure out what you're thinking in your head. Masky's confident he knows a way the culprit could have ended this case, or found a way to escape. However, they aren't quite sure that he's confident in his theory, so he wants to talk to you. I'm up for anything. Any idea that comes my way, I'm willing to listen to. So tell me, Masked, what are you thinking? Alright, his first question to you is as following. Why was the gun fired? The gun fired? You raise a good point. We thought the only way to get into the room was if someone killed. However, at this point, there was nothing that says that it could have been used otherwise if the door was opened from the back end. So there was no point in using the gun. Maybe it was to kill Wendy, but that wouldn't match up with the wounds from the monochrome file. Maybe it could have been used for some kind of escape, but that wouldn't make sense. Actually, Masky wants you to stop. He says you're right. It was used to escape. Huh? What do you mean? The gun was used to escape? Why do you think that? It's related to his next question, which is as follows. What is a way the culprit could have left the crime scene? The way the culprit could have left the crime scene? It can't be the secret passages. While it's an option, it wouldn't work, because the crows went on their way to turn the lights back on. Plus, they had to get back quickly. And everyone has an alibi, but there was one way. We saw a secret passage. One that was in the middle of everything. You could climb down and get right above the clock. Is that what you're referring to? Exactly. That's what he's thinking was used. Now then, he has one more question for you. If the culprit jumped down from that high, who would have seen them? Who would have seen... No. Are you thinking... He's positive about it. I know who he's talking about, but do you? Someone was left alone in the room. At the time everyone had split up. A few people, actually. Dingodile and Cream were in the room that was directly above the clock tower. And Dingodile saw us coming down. Does that mean we have a witness? That's what you're saying, aren't you? Yes, we have someone who knows who the culprit is. Dingodile saw the culprit after they escaped using the passageway. You speak honestly, Masky, and I understand your reasoning. I didn't think of it until now, but you raise a good point. You see, firstly, the whole firing the gun thing. We don't understand how it happened, but there is one thing we can confirm. That the passageway that we found in the trial room was initially locked. Tom Nook saw that there was a lock on it.
Yep, but when we found it, the lock was destroyed. I was assuming someone damaged it, and that's how they took that secret passage.
Exactly. Maybe the gun was used there. It was fired onto the lock and it broke it. That's why the culprit had access to right above where the clock was. But also, the room where Dingodile was left. Hold on a second. What are you? Whoa. Hold on. Does this mean we have a suspect?
Not a suspect, you false hope. A witness.
What? Madeline, I know where... I know what you're talking about. No! I know what you're talking about. But what you're saying is... It's... Well, I do recall we left Dingodile in that room. But the culprit left shortly after the murder had occurred, and then we discovered the body. Dingodile was at the bottom floor. If someone escaped using that method, he would have seen that.
But hold on. But he didn't see anyone, right?
Well, you see, it's, Alright, Dingodile, cut it to us straight. I hear you mumbling. You probably saw someone, didn't you? Now spill the down beans.
What? No, you don't. This is... Well, this is strange. I never thought I would see Dingodile trying to lie. What do you mean? Look at him. He's struggling. I've never seen someone like him mumble so much before. Something else must be going on. Now that you mention it, is Masky onto something else with this? I do have a weird reasoning for it. Maybe something else is happening? Masky is positive Dingodile saw someone. We just need you to tell us. I'm not telling you anything. Excuse us? Won't you tell us what you saw? You were practically saying you did see something. No, you don't get it. It's... You all... He's acting strange. Stranger than normal. I've never seen him act like this. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Why is he acting in this manner? Actually, he's been acting strange since we met him. Is something else going on? Think. I have to remember. Masky is certain that Dingodile saw the culprit land. The question is, why won't he say anything?
Maybe he saw someone he didn't like?
Rather the opposite. I think he might have seen someone he was friends with.
Either way, he's hiding something.
What's happening to me is something none of you understand. Not even I do.
I agree with that.
I think I may know why he's acting this way. Dingodile, I admit, you're different. Something is very different about you.
What are you saying?
You see, your behavior is something that is different. We know how you act. You're not one to normally lie, but it does seem weird. This is something you're trying so hard to hide, but it's not like you can lie, can you? What do you mean he can't lie?
I was about to ask the same thing. Where are you getting at?
I saw something. We were investigating the rewards that were taken from the trial rooms. One of the rewards, the one you had, was a strange serum bottle. We didn't know what it was at the time, but me, Link, Zote, Cream, and Masky ended up reading out what it was with the computer. And I know why you're acting this way.
What? No. You don't.
You understand it too. It's quite obvious then. Masky is believing that it's him because the liquid he took was a truth serum. I'm sorry, a truth serum? So he's restricted to only tell the truth? I didn't know we had those here. It was one of the rewards from the trial rooms. He must have gotten his hands on it.
No, you don't get it. That's not it.
Well, we did end up seeing all that stuff, so I guess it is worth testing in a way. So then, Dingodile, let me ask you this. Did you see someone escape from via the secret way in the clock tower?
Yeah, did you see anyone at all?
Quit it. Just stop it. Oh, come on. You have to tell us. If you're forced to tell the truth, then it only makes sense. It has to be. Because we heard from Cream and Dingo's alibi. They said that they accidentally broke it in their sleep. Maybe that's what happened. Because of it, he's forced to tell the truth. Isn't that right, Dingo? This whole thing. This is a mess. This whole thing, your accusations, everything. It's pointless. I don't know where you're getting at. This whole thing. Nothing. It's too late at this point, Dingo. You best tell us who did it. Otherwise, we might have to accuse you as the culprit.
No, you don't get it.
Wait! Hold on. You can't be accusing Dingo. Look, the whole thing. The truth serum thing. I mean, we didn't know what it was. But it is right. The truth serum did break. And it broke onto Dingodile when I was with him last night.
Oh, I didn't know you were with them. Well then, I suppose that in a way does confess one of our biggest problems. But that still doesn't answer why he's not hiding. Exactly. He knows that if he doesn't tell, we're all gonna die.
That's the point. That's what he wants, isn't it?
Cream. What are you saying, Cream? What do you mean he wants this? What's going on? Are you lying to us in some way?
No.
Masky, is everything alright? You lost your confident look. Masky? What's going on? Cream, what are you saying? Why are you trying to defend this? Cream, don't do this. I'm trying to... What's going on? Cream? Why are you acting so strange all of a sudden? This isn't like you. What's bothering you? What's going on?
Fine. I'll tell you what's going on. I'll tell you the truth. I did it. I killed Wendy.
What? What the? Cream? This is a plot twist. Cream, what are you saying? Holy shit. Cream, is she confessing?
Cream?
Cream? What's going on? Wait a second. What are you saying?
I'm saying I did it. I'm the one who killed Wendy. Everything Madeline has been saying is true. 100%. Dingodile's right. He saw someone. The person he saw was me. I was the one who left the room. I'm the one who took the secret passageway, turned off the lights, killed Wendy, escaped by using the gun, and I left. And that's when I met back up with him. He saw me. The whole thing.
Cream, is all this true? Why are you giving yourself away?
Yeah, why is she? Is that part of the rules, Papa?
I don't believe it is.
That's his decision.
Well, I have seen it been done before. This isn't exactly new to me. Some people will do this, but not often. I actually kind of like this one, so we can keep this going.
Cream, please stop. You're making this worse. Look, you can't listen to Cream. It's not what you think. She is.
Dingodile, stop. They already are aware. I'm coming clean. There's nothing else to it. It's true. I killed Wendy. It was me.
There's no way. Can we really believe this? That it was them? I don't know. Cream, why are you saying it's you? You need to better explain yourself for me.
Yes, it's all true. And I can prove it if you don't believe me. I have ways to prove it. You'll promise you'll listen, right? I know you don't want it to be true, but I know it is. I did it, and I need you to understand me.
Cream, I can't let you do this. You said you wanted to. No, this whole thing is.
Why is Cream accusing herself here? Everyone is speechless, including me. I'm unsure what to do. Why is she doing this? It can't really be her, right? She's lying, right?
It's all true. I'm the one who killed Wendy. All of Madeline's theories, they're all true, and none of them are a lie.
So it was you that snuck into the room.
You scared her so bad that she destroyed the victory room.
And then you jumped out of the window.
I didn't see her. It was not her who jumped out of that, and you know it.
I know it doesn't make sense at the moment, but there is something that proves that I'm the one to do this. There's something missing. You know what it is, right?
No. She means it. I know what she's hinting at.
Cream is the killer, isn't she? I know you don't want to do it, but you have to. I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry.
I agree with that.
I'm not being given a choice. There is only one way that this could actually be possible, at least for in her fate.
And here we go. You have a theory, don't you? I think I know what it is, but I'm willing to listen. So, if you really believe Cream is the killer, what's your theory?
The only way into the reward room was through the secret passageways. The only way to get there is if you're a sword. And, well, Wendy could have been it. We know that is impossible because she couldn't have turned off the lights. Piranha Plant neither. Because of that, I hate to say it, Cream might be a sword.
That's right.
What? You're confessing everything now, aren't you?
You're telling us this now? You could have told us this, like, you know, when Wendy revealed herself. Linky.
Shut up. I'm not the one to decide what she wants and doesn't want. She wants her identity secret, but... Yes, if you are curious, she is a sword. No! That isn't... That's... Fuck.
Now, doesn't that make more sense to you all? That's how I got in. That's the only way I could have gotten in. I'm telling you all, I'm the killer. I'm the one who ended up getting rid of Wendy.
I didn't think we'd be having this, but the evidence lines up. From her being her small size and being able to get through the passageways at her swift pace, all the way to being a swords, it also explains her method of escape. So, I think it might be reasonable. At least we're making it easy with this one. She's revealed herself. That means we can easily vote her out. I don't want to do it, but the evidence is undeniable. There's only one person who could be the killer, and that is Cream. Masky will make you listen. No, Masky is not having anything you're saying. He's very much upset. He doesn't believe it's Cream. He refuses to accept it, apparently. Why do you not believe it? You were the one who accused her in the first place. Well, no, not really accused, but you're the one who hinted at it being her. You wouldn't have accused Dingodile at first otherwise. You can't be retracting your own statements now.
Masky, please. I know you know it's me. I know you didn't want to find out this way, but I've already confessed in everything. There's nothing else to it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's getting over him. I'm trying to stop.
Help.
Masky, I get you're angry, but please, I know it's Cream. She's already confessed, and the evidence is undeniable. I know you're upset, but I'll prove it to you. I'll show you why it has to be her. Hey, Masky, look, I know you're upset. I get you're very mad, but you're the one who got us here in the first place. You proved that Dingodile saw someone. It was Cream. And you can't go back on it now. You have to
What the? Please, I get you're angry. You have to stop. Cream, I know Cream promised you she wouldn't kill, but we don't know her motives yet. But I can still do it. You don't understand. I can prove it. Please, listen to me. I know who it has to be her. And I still have proof on the map.
You can't keep standing for yourself. Even without Elizabeth, you have to accept it. She's just a sword. You have to think for yourself. Think reasonable here.
Just a sword. A sword. A murder weapon.
Masky, you have to understand this. That's wrong. I'm so sorry about this. I have more that proves it's Cream.
There's something we forgot to mention. We never discovered what could have murdered Wendy.
In fact, it was hard to tell considering the only evidence we had were the 3 stab wounds that were on her body. Thin stab wounds, might I add. So it couldn't have been the gun. Plus, it had to have been used to open up the lock.
Well, then I ask you this. How does this murder weapon help us prove that was Masky?
Masky proved to us that the only way to escape the crime scene was if Cream took that secret route. The only reason that's risky is because with Dingodile's state, he was barely able to catch me at the time. I don't think he would have done the same for Cream. See, Cream probably used something else. The clock itself. Shut up! You don't know anything. I could have caught her.
Huh, well did you?
No, damn it.
Oh, there's that truth serum kicking in. So, how does this help for Cream?
Remember the time the murder took place. It was 8:58. At that time, the main clock hand would have been directly up above. Straight ahead, most likely just directly at 9.
Yes, it would have passed by the top of the clock.
My theory is simple. Cream, being so little, wouldn't be able to jump down and stick the landing. She used the clock, and she swung across. You pose an interesting theory, but how does this tie into the murder weapon? The clock was broken when we found it. Both hands were forced downwards and it wasn't ticking. If one hand was used to be able to force it at a certain time, then the other hand was used to murder Wendy. So you're saying the clock hand killed Wendy? It was the thing that stabbed through her body? And we wouldn't have known otherwise, because we used that clock to get down to Dingodile during investigation.
So not only is it perfectly possible, but it explains why we couldn't find a murder weapon. Not to mention, Cream was in there with the room with Dingodile at the time. If they had to fight, it not only broke the truth serum for Dingodile, but she got the clock hand then, which already broke it. And that's why she was able to carry it to the swords room.
Exactly. And because of that, I think this evidence is clear enough. There's no other option in this murder. The only thing that makes sense is that Cream is the culprit. Well, you've explained everything. Every piece of evidence we found has been reasonable in a way that makes sense. Although, I do question that why she would do it. Why she would do it isn't important. She'll tell us. That's just what Cream is. She's already confessed, so if we vote, we might be able to figure it out.
Masky, it's gonna be alright. Look, I know it's rough, but look, on the bright side, we found the killer, so I guess we won't die.
You should listen to Elizabeth. She has a good point. We've figured out the truth of this case, and we understand it fully. From here, there's no reason to continue any further. Cream is certainly the culprit. It's time we change and move on.
No. I won't accept this. You can't be accusing Cream. I can't take it. You all don't get it. It's Cream of all people. She wouldn't kill anyone.
Dingodile, you've already confessed to us that you saw her. There's no point in doing this anymore.
I didn't confess to anything. That's what you all assumed. Just because I may be infected with this damn truth serum doesn't mean it's what I saw.
If you don't agree with Cream, then tell us who you really saw coming down from that top area. I dare you.
No, I can't. You know what? Screw it. You all have taken me to a point I just can't think anymore. I am done with this. All of this. You can't be accusing her any longer. Cream would never murder anyone. She's too sweet. She...
Dingodile, please. They are all aware. I know you don't want this to happen to me, but I've already given myself away. You have to accept this.
Just... Please. I can prove it's not her. I can do it. I'll say it. I swear.
I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I mean, we are losing Cream. She's so sweet. Do we really want to give this up for her? There's no longer a point. We have to prove it. She's confessed, and if they won't accept it, we'll prove why it's her. I suppose we know what to do then, don't we? Shall you take it from here? Yes. Dingodile, I'm sorry, but the truth has to come out. I know what really happened. You have to accept that it was Cream. I'm gonna make you understand that.
It wasn't her. I'm gonna keep fighting. I know it wasn't her, and if you cannot accept that, then you're just like the rest, aren't you? You're not getting anywhere near her. She did not kill Wendy.
Why would you do this, Cream?
This case is a mindfuck. Dingo, let us talk to her. We need to prove him wrong first. I'm the culprit. I knew of the secret passages. Only swords know of it. We have proof you aren't one of us.
Frankie told Cream, didn't he?
Cream knew about it. She is a swords member, but she is so innocent.
Waddle Dee was too. Let us focus up.
Wendy. Killing her was the only way to learn the truth.
Seems unlikely, considering you wouldn't break the truth spray yourself. You could have learned of their plan earlier.
What if we stopped it?
Somebody was dying either way.
I'm glad it wasn't me.
If I didn't interfere, Piranha Plant would be dead by now.
It was Cream who stopped Wendy. She knew of her plan to kill me in there. She's right, Dingo. I've had enough of you protecting me.
No, Cream, I can't let you.
I saved her life.
After what they did last time, I couldn't let them hurt others. But murder isn't a way to do it. We could have saved Wendy. Wendy made a mistake, but
She was unredeemable.
hurt so many of us. We could have still handled it better. I didn't want to get Dingo involved. I had to keep him out of it.
He tried stopping you. He didn't want you to regret yourself.
I know what I did was wrong, but I did because I cared for you all. And I'm not gonna watch more of my friends of mine get killed. I wanted to kill Wendy. I had to show the swords I was done with them. My choice.
No, Cream. Monocro tricked you. I saw the tape he showed the swords.
I'm sorry.
What?
Wait, huh? Madeline? What are you talking about?
I saw it. What you tried to hide from me in the investigation. That strange hypnosis thing. It was for the swords. I read its description. The whole thing, I saw it. Monocro manipulated you to kill.
You found a what from me? I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb with me. I saw it, Monocro. I looked at the computer, and I saw it. I saw everything. What you wrote. You tried manipulating the swords, didn't you? I saw what was on the computer. How you screwed with... I didn't think you'd see that. So
You found that? Huh. Well, that raises more questions than answers. But I'll hold off for now. If it's gonna be found like that, I guess there's no point.
We told you it was not a good idea, Father.
Yeah, and I guess this is what it's just gonna lead to, isn't it? So the swords were manipulated by Monaco.
You know what? That lines up. We did see it. A few of us have been acting quite strange lately. Especially some more than others.
You don't get it. It's not... I swear, No. So then it's reasonable. Does that mean Monochrome manipulated Cream to kill? I didn't think we'd be going here, but the evidence lines up. You're doing a pretty good job at this. Well, it only explains everything further. I know why Cream did it. And I think there's no denying it now from any of you. It is her.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for what I did.
Let's get this over with. Madeline, with such a preposterous theory, do you mind elaborating on it? With a full recollection of the case. Of course. It'll work. Alright everyone, here's everything that happened in this case. The case starts with the swords. Monocro had had enough of us trying to escape. After giving them such permissions and not using it, he decided that he would take matters into his own hands. He would use a special device that was set on the screen in their room, and they used it to hypnotize the swords, forcing them to murder in a threatening manner. This applied to our culprit of the case. Our culprit was to murder. However, unlike the others, they had a different plan of who they wanted to murder. And in fact, they had come clean to a specific someone before the murder. That person being their closest friend in the killing game, Dingodile, who was wounded and couldn't do anything, but also ended up winning one of the rewards in one of the trial rooms, but the culprit wouldn't listen. They had things that they had to get done, and under Monocro's influence, they didn't have a choice. Somehow, they had some kind of fight. It wasn't sure how, and we can't get any information from it. But we do know, in the process of this strange fight, the bottle that Dingodile had won had shattered, and in the process, it infected him, causing him to be doused in what was a truth serum. This prompted him to tell the truth no matter what. So they had to reveal the culprit. The culprit would begin making their actions towards the murder. They needed to not only perfect timing, but make sure that they were the only ones that could be seen. Because of this, they had a perfect way of doing so. Right above the clock was the trial room in question that they would use for the murder, where the victim would die. But on this clock was not only their route of escape, but the murder weapon itself. The culprit had ripped off one of the clock hands. This clock hand would be used as the murder weapon. The second clock hand would be faced directly upwards, prepared. The moment it would hit at the top. It would be our escape route for the culprit. The room in question was a room that Link said that would have a reward that we needed to escape. This is still to set up the eventual murder. Two people had volunteered to go in and risk their life. The first being Wendy, angry and believing that she could take the reward from us, and Piranha Plant, who had been wounded and severely mentally challenged by all the deaths, that they were willing to sacrifice their lives. But this game wasn't the only plan Wendy had. Her plan was, because of the hypnosis Monocro had given her, she believed the only way out now was murdering. That was her plan with this trial, to murder whoever was with her, that being Piranha Plant, and she had a plan to do so. It may seem at the time they were the only ones in the room. However, there was another way to get in for our culprit. The swords room that they were in was connected to secret passages that connected all throughout the building, one of which was the trial room in question. They managed to sneak into the room and saw what was happening. With both Piranha and Wendy's lives on the line, they were about to begin playing their game of Russian roulette to get the promised reward. Right before they started playing, the culprit would start something special. The computer room, the swords room in question, had access to all the lights, and with a good button press, the lights in the room had shut off. With this, Wendy was quick to take the gun and tackle Piranha. This was when the culprit rushed into the room. With the lights off and Piranha Plant being blind, no one could tell who they were. And with a couple quick jabs of the clock hand, Wendy had died before she had gotten to kill Piranha Plant. And with 2 more quick stabs from the killer, Wendy was quick to pass away. Piranha Plant, however, had no clue she had died, and therefore started going into a freak-out frenzy. Before she entered the trial room, we had given Piranha Plant a walkie-talkie that was rewarded by Ashley. Listening to it, we heard the chaos inside, and what she was saying was happening. The only reason we saw it so disastrous was because in the middle of the chaos, Piranha Plant had slipped into the room where the reward was, and started making a mess due to her blindness and her crazed state. With her making the mess, the culprit only had one thing to do: make their escape. That's when they took the gun, which only had 1 bullet at it, and aimed it towards their escape route. The passageway that was taken right above the clock. At the time it was found, it was locked tight shut. But with the gun, they were able to shoot the lock and break it open. This is what was heard in the walkie-talkie and Piranha Plant's alibi. And from this point, she had left the room. We can also imagine that while in this room, the culprit had taken whatever reward was inside. We don't know what this reward was, but I do believe the culprit will be well aware to tell us now that we have accused them of this murder. After leaving the gun behind, they took the passageway and snuck right outside to where the clock was. The culprit would then burst out of the wall, and while hanging out at the edge of the trial room, they then had to make their move back down to give themselves an alibi. This is where the time clock came in. The clock had successfully reached, in perfect timing, its highest point on the clock, and therefore the easiest point to grab it. This allowed the culprit to not only grab, but swing down safely due to the force of their body. This not only broke the clock in the process, but allowed them an easy escape back down. And with a little bit of cleaning, the clock hand was put right back on. The only difference was it was now broken and unworking. But otherwise, the culprit had masterminded a perfect murder and escaped easily.
After confessing, there's only one person who can be the killer. Cream, the ultimate animal caretaker. I'm sorry I had to do this to you.
And that's what happened in this case. It's the murderer is Cream, the ultimate animal caretaker. Dang it. Damn it. It's
okay, Dingo. I understand. Everything. It's gonna be okay. Now that you all see it, can you just vote for me? Get this over with. I'm tired of it.
Poor girl. I feel awful. There's no point in dwelling over it. She wants to be voted out. We do it.
Do we really have a choice? I mean, I just don't want to die.
Let's just get it over with. I'm sorry about this, Cream. I really don't want to do it. I really don't, but it's overwhelming. It has to be her. I'm sorry about this, by the way. I would press that button for you, but you know this is all on you.
Well, it seems that everyone has successfully casted their votes. Therefore, we shall begin our revealing who the culprit is. If you get it right, you will all be able to go free, except for her, of course. Now then, we shall see what the result is. Haha, congratulations everyone. You are correct at guessing your culprit. The killer of the Clash trial is Cream, the ultimate animal caretaker. Good job on correctly guessing. Although, I'm not too happy of the way you figured it out.
So it really was you. I didn't have any doubt in my mind, but why?
You framed me for murder. Why would you do this, Cream? I thought you were kind.
I don't know. Look, the whole thing, it's just... I have to start somewhere.
Look, I'll say this.
I know you all didn't want me to kill.
Look, of course not. You're the sweetest one here. The only one with a true heart. We didn't think you would kill anyone.
Even I agree. You're not the one to kill. I'm concerned myself. Why?
The whole thing Madeline said about the whole... She's right. The whole thing she did. Monocro gave us something. You see, the whole thing about the escape, the computer, it is true. We can't escape using it. Monami's right. The issue is this. He doesn't want us to use it, so he arranged us with the escape route. But even then, that escape route that we have in the trial, it's not what it seems. You can get out, but he revealed to us that even so, you're not gonna even end up anywhere.
What exactly do you mean? We're stuck in a dimension. An unused dimension now. Even if we escape, we'd just be stuck in the middle of nowhere. That's the issue. And because of that, Monocro gave us something, an easier way, due to all the reveals and other stuff we were doing, a way to try and ease up the game and make it go quicker. He gave us a threat with the hypnosis, and he controlled us to murder. He told us it would be any of you, but I didn't like that thought. So I targeted someone else, someone who was an actual threat to everyone. Someone who was keeping us from escaping. Wendy.
Look, I understand, but again, murder is not the way you should be doing this. We were doing something with Wendy. We were keeping her away the way we were. We didn't need you to do this.
I mean, but they're right. It could have been way worse otherwise. I don't know. She did save my life, and Wendy was trying to kill me. In fact, that's why you all lured us into the room anyways, was it? Link, Cream, Wendy, you all were pushing us into that room. You were all planning to murder, weren't you?
That makes That would line up with everything we've seen and been told. Everything. You were acting strange.
It affected all of us.
It was worse than you may think.
Firstly, I'm disappointed you all found that out. But I should also say this, since you're talking about it, the effects of said hypnosis still haven't worn off.
What?
Don't worry, they're still at full play. In fact, I think all 3 of the remaining swords, well, what will be 2, all still have a vendetta against you all, and still the urge to murder.
Are you serious? This could happen again?
But of course, though I am really upset that someone who was given permissions to not enter the swords room did anyway.
Father, she did not break any rules. They got the computer fairly. It was... retrieved another method.
Ugh, well that angers me. I would have done a double execution while I would for dirty rule breaker.
Look, it's just... this is a lot to take in. The whole thing you did. You really mean it, don't you? So this whole thing was set up by you.
I mean, they tricked us all.
They didn't give you a choice either, did they? He manipulated you. Why couldn't you have stopped it or told...
He wouldn't let us. It was dangerous. Not to mention, a lot of us were nervous what we would say. Everyone equally agreed that there would be a danger to it. Even way from the beginning, Waddle Dee didn't want to do it. Then you had others, like Wendy, Link, Carmelita, and me, and they...
Cream? What
Huh?
did you just say?
No. They... Did you just reveal the last sword as Carmelita?
I didn't say anything.
Bullshit! You just said Carmelita. Carmelita, are you a sword?
she just accidentally revealed that, right?
She did. She actually did. So, is it really?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything of the such. Look, I was just saying other people. It must have slipped out of my tongue.
Cream. Cream, cream, cream. When Monocro revealed us everything about being the swords, I gave all of you one simple job: to not let a single one of you, Waddle-Dee, Wendy, Link, and you, blabbermouth that I was one of them.
She just confessed it.
I'm sorry, okay? I screwed up, and I didn't mean...
You bastard. You...
Hey! Hey!
Masky, let go of me. What the...
No.
Why would you do that? What were you gonna do to...
Carmelita, what's the hell? You didn't just try to.
I can't believe this. He tried to pull a propeller knight. You don't get it.
I planned too much as this, and I get revealed and wasted because of a stupid rabbit. I have to be quick.
Where's she going?
The trial's over anyways.
Hey! She just left.
What is she doing? What is she doing, Monica?
Who the hell cares what she has planned? She's not the one being executed today.
No. Wait. Wait. No. Hold on. Give me a sec.
This isn't good. Fuck. You're not gonna do this now, are you? She's getting away.
Yeah, well, I still have an execution to finish. I don't care if you have your little sword friend defending her. She's gonna have to die, so... apologies in advance. It's about time for her execution.
No, you can't do this. Creams.
Stop. You guys quit it. I didn't think I'd do this, but... I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry for what I did. I didn't mean to say her name. I didn't mean to do any of it, but... You all just... I'm sorry. Masky is okay. You have Elizabeth. She can help you.
It's gonna be alright, Masky. She's gonna be okay? We can't be focusing. She's letting you let her go.
Dingo.
Cream, please don't go. I'm sorry I wasn't the perfect one for you. I was struggling, okay? When you came to me, I wasn't sure what I was even doing. I don't know why you trusted me in such a way. I didn't want you to kill.
You did really good, okay? You're not some bad guy. You're amazing. You're one of the sweetest people I've ever met. I may be going now, but don't let that talent of yours make you who you are. You're not some pyromaniac. You're a real good guy.
Cream, no.
Cream, I didn't want to vote you, I really did.
No, I get it. I didn't think I'd end up like the others, but you know what? This is gonna real hurt and be bad for me, but it's okay in the end. It'll be alright. I need to ask of you something.
What?
2 things, actually. 1, if you get out of this game, can you find my mom? Just tell her that I'm okay, and I love her.
I don't know if I can do that. I can't promise I'm getting out of here.
I know you will. And I have something to help you do that.
What?
This is the reward that was given to me after I killed Wendy. I kept it. Carmelita wants it. It's important to her, but you'll have to trust me on this. She can't have it, no matter what. You have to keep this.
What does it do?
can't tell you. I'm sorry. I'll miss you.
Cream, no. Wait, you can't.
I'm ready, Monocro. Just promise me it won't hurt that bad.
Oh, you're in for a real treat. Well then, it's about time we begin the execution for Cream, the ultimate animal caretaker. No more shall we be waiting. Let us begin the execution. Yes, let us.
Yes, it's about time. Let us get ready for it. I'm sorry, everyone. I hope to see you guys soon, wherever we end up. I'm so sorry for everything. Cream. Cream, no. No.
It's alright, girl. She's fine. Not to mention, she really kinda did more than I thought for that.
Cream. No. I'm so sorry. Damn it.
Father, you grab me. Father, that rabbit, she hurt them. She got it. Papa, it's okay. Listen here. It's just them both. You still have me, right? I mean, look, Rella and Z may be broken, but again, once this is over, we can repair them, right? Right? Leave the trial, everyone. Leave the trial.
Jeez, I never thought I'd see you usher. I said leave the trial, or all of you will be executed immediately.
Okay, fine. We're on our way out. That fucking... Father...
What did she give you? I don't know. She said that this was the reward, but this might also be the thing the stranger needed? The one on the computer.
Well, it's useful either way. But I believe we have more important things at hand, such as Carmelite.
Okay, everyone. I know this is a bit sad, and I'm trying not to tear up, but we still have a fox to find.
Speaking of, they're right. Carmelita's the swords, and she's up to something. Cream said so herself. Quickly, let's go find her.
I'll meet you guys there, okay? I need a second.
Come on, let's get going. We have to find her and figure out what she's doing.
It's okay, Masky. We'll get through it, understood? I'm sorry, Masky.
Come on, everyone. We need to find out where she went.
She could have gone anywhere. Not to mention, she seemed very angry. Why would Cream reveal that? It was nothing more than an accident. Look, Carmelita didn't want us revealing herself because she had plans to end the killing.
Oh, did she now? And she didn't bother telling us all?
Look, her plans are complicated, and she didn't want anyone finding out until the moment it was about to happen. For reason.
Well, that sounds like a load of bullshit. So, where the hell could she be?
She's a sword. She probably went into the swords room so no one would find her. Except for Link, of course. If she's doing something with the computer, we have a big problem. We're gonna have to find a way to catch up to her. Otherwise, it could be more dangerous. Well, maybe we should all split up. It might be for the best. Yes, I completely understand. We won't be able to get anywhere otherwise. Let us be quick, everyone. We need to find her and understand what she wants. Isn't that right, Masky?
Did the kid run off again? I guess she's too depressed like Dingodile. Fuck!
What's going on? Oh no.
Wait!
What's happening?
Oh no.
Huh? Masky? Masky? Masky!
Masky.
Masky, what are you doing? Don't do it, Masky. You hurt Cream. It's not gonna help you.
No, you can't really do this. Look, you hurt Cream. It's only gonna get you out of this area. You may not be in the killing game, but you're not gonna have anyone else.
No.
Masky, wait for me. Masky, no. The doors got automatically locked shut. He's stuck in there.
Damn it!
No, this isn't good. No.
Frick, what do? We have to stop him.
Masky, no. Don't do this. I know you can hear me if you're beyond the door. You can still come back in and fix this. You can't leave us. You can't leave your own friend Elizabeth. I know you're hurting from Cream, but we can still fight. So please, come back. You can't leave Elizabeth here. You don't have anywhere to go if you fail. You have to stay. I know you're hurting, but please, you need to come back. We'll do anything for you. You, please.